Now, to the untrained non-rider's eye, all these bikes probably look practically the same, but these bikes actually have a very significant difference between all of them. And us motorcyclists know that all these three bikes are vastly different. That is a 300, that's a 600, and that is a 1000cc Super Sport. But those difference in numbers actually play a critical role in deciding how powerful the motorcycle is. Horsepower figures between all these are pretty significant. This R3 over here makes about 42 horsepower to the rear wheel, this bike makes 125 horsepower to the rear wheel, and this bike makes almost 190 horsepower, which means that this bike makes practically 4 times the amount of power as this R3. Now, you might be asking, why are those figures that significant? Because that bike tops out at nearly 100 miles an hour, whereas that thing can easily push past 180. That's a pretty big and almost unsafe difference to someone who's just starting out. And that's where the most common beginner bike debate ended up starting out. So based on figures alone, you would think that this bike would be a much better beginner bike than these two. And for all intents and purposes, you would be correct. This thing makes it very hard for you to actually hurt yourself on. Obviously, it's not impossible, but it's much easier to stay safe than on this bike.
I started on this absolute missile, but we don't got to talk about that.